La local 79, como siempre, aportando, dando soporte a las diferentes uniones para que puedan recibir esos salarios justos. Hoy nos tocó aportar, nos tocó estar presentes aquí en un rally para dar el soporte a los trabajadores de Amazon, que obviamente no están siendo reconocidos por un salario justo, un salario que realmente se merece. Entonces nos encontramos aquí. Como miembro de la local 79, pues me siento súper orgulloso de poder participar en esta clase de eventos, ya que a todos nos afectan. Nosotros nos encontramos reportando para el programa Punto de Vista Global, siempre al servicio de la comunidad.
Thank you. Yeah, Brother Eddie from Rockland. They're not alone. They're not alone. Let me bring another organizer that helped put this event together. That brother Larry Holmes.
For the 100 black construction workers, brothers and sisters, it's Lamb in the house. I can't hear you, it's Lamb in the house. I can't hear you, it's Lamb in the house. It's Lamb in the house. All right, good afternoon. My name is Anthony Williamson, and I'm an organizer with Local 79, and I'm also the political director of 100 Black Construction Workers. Now today, we are part of history because we are standing here to support one of the greatest things that will happen in America. One of the things that you're going to hear from New York to Alabama and across the United States of America and across the world. We're standing here in front of Whole Food, but we're really standing in front of corporate greed. We're standing in front of corporate greed. This is not a fight for the small man. This is the fight of the giant. This is the fight for David versus Goliath. But let me tell you something. When we stand united, no one can ever defeat us. The labor movement now, this is the most critical time of the labor movement. In the 1960s, great leaders came out and said great things. And we have got to follow their footsteps. The great Dr. Martin Luther King said an injury to one is an injury to all.
That's right, brother.
Every one of us here are responsible for what happened to our future. But as important as that, the great American president, he said, never ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. When John Fitzgerald Kennedy spoke to the world in America, he was asking us to do what is happening today. Ask us. Don't worry about yourself. Don't ask what your union can do for you. What more can you do to make your union better? You're standing here today because you're telling the world, I'm not asking you for something. I'm telling you I earn it. We're standing here because we know what's right for us. Today is international, as we recognize International Women's Month. And I look around here.
See all these women.
You can write these speeches from your heart.
Right.
Every woman here is a worker. Every woman here deserves the right to be in a union. Every worker in America needs respect and dignity. And to the people in Alabama, the victory for the people and the workers in Alabama is a victory for all the working class of America. I want to say thank you. God bless all of you. The fight has just begun. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Raise those fists. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. All right. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. We just got some powerful messages here. Brothers and sisters, As you know, this is
Borders inhibit them from doing their business across borders. Neither shall borders prevent workers from organizing across borders. Let today be that our voices are heard throughout the globe, the voice of global unionism. And let me tell you, Amazon, who also owns Whole Foods, and that's why this place has been picked. Okay, Whole Foods Unite. Because that response, that global response, is what they and the politicians in their circus fear the most. But that is precisely the response we must have and put forward today and for every day forward. Long live the struggle. Victory to the Alabama Amazon workers. Because their fight is our fight. And we must never let them forget that they are not alone. They are not alone. They are not alone. Thank you.
Brother Eddie from Ludlow. They're not alone. They're not alone. Let me bring another organizer that helped put this event together. That brother Larry Holmes. Give it up. That brother Larry Holmes. Just mentioning the name. That brother Larry Holmes. He's been, I tell you, he's been in this struggle. He's been in this struggle for years. And just like so many others, committed to fighting for the working class. The working class.
Carpenters in
He
the
comes
house.
here representing Workers' Assembly Against Racism. And he's been fighting, and he's been fighting. I'm so glad to be in the trenches with this brother because he continues to fight. Brother Larry Holmes.
I'm not going to say too much, comrades and friends. One of my comrades Clarissa, is going to talk for the Workers' Assembly Against Racism. We got Chris Smalls here. He'll be speaking too. He was fired by Amazon a year ago for organizing a walkout over those unhealthy conditions in the face of COVID-19. Is Mahoma from the Laundry Workers Center here? We want to hear from them too. Let me just say this to you, comrades. What's happening in Alabama is just the beginning. It's the beginning of a revolution of worker organizing. It's going to be even more tumultuous, militant, and scary to capitalism than what we saw in the 1930s. A lot of us believe that. And you're part of it. And I want to talk to you militants out there, you socialists, you rank and file militants, wanting to kick ass, asking, is it now? Is this the time? This is the time. This is the time. Because what we can do, coming out of Bamaso, what we can do if we're serious, if we're bullshitting, we can't do it. But what we can do if we're serious, we can help transform the labor movement, make it more revolutionary.
That's right.
That's right. Make it exclusive, not inclusive. We can change it in ways that it has to change. But it's going to be up to you. Now the challenge is on your shoulder. Power to all the Amazon workers and Whole Food workers who are rising up. Power to the workers. Black workers matter. Yeah, thank you so much for those powerful words, Larry.
Carpenters in the house.
So we want to have her say a couple of words, letting her know she's talking to union members.
Thank you. I'm Lucy Lang, and I am so proud to stand with you today. I'm proud to stand with you because when I saw the racism and the misogyny of the suppression of those workers in Bessemer, I thought of my own great-grandfather who came to this country fleeing persecution as a socialist from Hungary, and he found solace and community as a machinist at the Brooklyn Labor Yards. He found community and built a life for our family because of the union. Unions are American. Unions are the core of New York City. Through this pandemic, you all ran the city. You are the lifeblood that allows this city to continue running. And I'm proud to stand with you, and as district attorney, I'm committed to working with all of you to make sure that workers' rights are at the top of the agenda. And that in the face of the heartbreaking increase in violent crime in the subways, that we go to the people who are closest to the problem, to the workers who risk themselves every day, who witness crimes, who are victims of crimes, and talk about how we can work together to solve these problems in community with unions. And we say to Bessemer, to the workers of Bessemer and of America, as New Yorkers, they are not alone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we have Clarissa, also from the Workers' Assembly Against Racism. Clarissa.
Thank you all so much. All right, guys. When I say worker, you say power. Worker. Power. Worker. Power. When I say union, you say power. Union. Power. Union. Power. Thanks. Oh, my name's Clarissa, and I'm from the Workers' Assembly Against Racism. WAR. Everyone should know that we owe most major progress we've made in this country to Black revolutionaries. Yes! And this continues to be true today, as we can see in Bessemer, Alabama, in one of the largest Amazon warehouses in the U.S., which is primarily staffed by Black women workers. The United States went ahead and declared March to be Women's History Month back in 1987, and here we see women making history! Yeah, right? This union is making history. Amazon's monolith is what happens under unchecked capitalism. Capitalism and Amazon want us to believe that $15 an hour is a fair wage to be on your feet for 10 hours straight, to be at risk of termination if you need to use the bathroom, to work in an unclean facility during a global pandemic. You go home after 10 to 11 hours and every part of you aches. For $15 an hour! I can tell you right now that yeah, $15 an hour is too low, but I can't imagine a wage high enough to justify the abuse warehouse workers face. This abuse happens in warehouses and distribution centers all over the country. And this happens because capitalism sees us as the capital. And this mode of oppression is happy to sacrifice people for the sake of upholding itself.
We got women power. Teamsters. This is a Teamster. When most people think about Teamsters, you think about the big burly men. But here we have our women. We're committed to making sure we have women in leadership. And she is a sharp steward bringing solidarity message. Esther.
Hello, guys. I'm so happy to be at this rally. You know, it is not good that you don't have a union to protect you. A union is there for protection. Better working conditions, better pay, better health care for your family and for your family's future. Because the kids are the future. Once we retire, the kids are the next generation. You have to teach your kids from the dinner table what it is to be a union fighter and a union worker. Let me tell you something. I will be a union worker for the rest of my days. I am a young person coming up, and I'm so grateful that people are out there to help me be a very good worker, a union worker that is out here trying to get the young people so they can understand that what a union is all about. A union is here to protect you. Do not let management undermine the union. Do you hear what I'm saying? You got your grievances. You got your shop stewards that is out here fighting to make sure you get a better working conditions. And let me tell you something. If you're local, it is not doing the right thing. That's why we got the labor board. We will fight for the rights of ourselves, our family, and for the future of the people that is not here and that is not born. Union will be for life. Let me tell you, union busting is disgusting. Let me tell you, union busting is disgusting. And let me tell you something, Amazon. Let's get this straight. Don't tell me you step aside from being the CEO, Bezos. You and your team gotta understand that the union will always be here. I'm standing with those guys down south in Alabama, and we are here in solidarity to make sure that you get unionized. We're here in New York, but my heart is all the way down there, down south. I am one of the women shop stewards at Local 804. Teamsters Local 804. And I'm here saying, my heart is with every one of you that is struggling. And let me tell you something. The union is your family. They're your family. They're there when you need a shoulder to cry on. They are there in support of you. If you don't know that, talk to someone that's in the union. Not management. Management is not your friend. They don't care about you. But the union is family. They will always be your family for the rest of your days. Teach the young people, because they are our future. Thank you so much for having me. Union busting! Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. My next person has been a laborer way before I even came along. And even in the struggle in the movement, when I turn around, I look over my shoulder, I always see her. And I'm proud to introduce her and see someone that deals with our generations to come as laborers. She's a teacher, she's the mentor, she's the nurturer. This person I'm introducing, I'm proud to introduce. She's a strong entity of Local 79. She's a strong woman. She's out there for us. She's there 5:30 in the morning to 12 o'clock at night. Christine Culpepper, my sister in the struggle and in the movement. Let's give a loud round of applause for her.
When I say women, you say strong. Women. Strong. Women. Strong. When I say union, you say now. Union. Now. Union. Now. So thank you for having me today. I'm proud to be here with my union comrades, brothers and sisters from the building trades. Right. I want you to turn around and look at some of my sisters. These are women. These are pioneers in this industry. 99% of the women that you see in this industry, in the construction industry, are unionized women. Where women don't have union, they make 40% less in wages. They don't have medical, they don't have pensions, and they don't have annuities. Something that we have. We are here as shop stewards, like my sister from the Teamsters, right? We are here running work, teaching construction skills and safety. We are leading our unions. We are organizing workers everywhere we go. I want to say, Amazon, listen up, Jeff Bezos, we're coming for you. I want you to know, New York City doesn't back down from a fucking fight ever. So I want to say, labor is superior to capital. Nothing is possible without labor. And when workers and women unite, change comes. So thank you. Stay together.
Alabama Amazon, you are not alone. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When I say black lives, you say matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Solidarity.
Thank you so much for bringing those strong words. And so, from one strong sister to another, is Brenda Stokely in the house. Brenda, come on up, Brenda, come on up. This sister, we got to hear from her. We got to hear from this sister. I got to tell you, I cut my teeth in this movement. She was there, always supportive. Help this sister up, help this sister up. Help this sister up, please. Please. When you talk about women power, when you talk about understanding the fight back, she's a former president of Local 1707. But more importantly, she's been on the ground fighting and lifting up workers all across this country. And so we are blessed to have her share some women encouragement and some women power on this month of Women's History and Celebration. Brenda Stokely representing the Million Worker March.
Sisters and brothers, we can pat ourselves on the back. Those of us who did organize, those who are unions, but only 6% and 7% in the public sector are unionized in this country. This is a travesty. Nobody should be working anywhere and in a place that's not unionized and have their mind set on organizing. Every place I work, if it wasn't organized, it got organized. And that's what we need to do. We cannot be powerful without being organized and bringing them down. Those sisters, primarily in guiding Amazon, are your model. That's what you need to look at. Look at the people who are courageous enough to organize, because they try to frighten you, they try to do all kinds of things. But we always withstood that and fought anyway. We fought for the 7-8 hours days. That was fought for. Some people actually were lynched because they say that people should not be working 24 hours. So a lot of the things that you are benefiting from are things that other workers work for. The women who died in the Triangle Fire died because their boss did not consider them people and shut them down so they could not even get out of a building when it was on fire. And as a result of organizing with the Ladies Garment District and many other unions, they got laws placed that did not exist before. So I'm here to say, don't sit on your ass. Right. Don't pat yourself on your back. Get the fuck up and organize.
Yeah. So we thank you for stopping by, but we expect so much more for the working class. That's all of us. That's right. Senator. That's right.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you. I really appreciate that, because it is more than just about stopping by for us who are running for office. My name is State Senator Brad Hoylman. I want to thank, first of all the locals that are here. Can we give them a round of applause? The turnout, the intensity, the interest in everybody here. We have a battle that's going to be decided in 9 days, friends. 9 days. In 9 days, we're going to learn. We're going to learn whether a company that made $10 billion more in 2020 than they did in 2019 is going to have organized labor in its forces. There cannot be a more important question. When you have companies like Whole Foods, like Amazon, when you have the delivery workers, when you have the service workers, when you have the food workers, when they are unrepresented by labor, they fall short, and that's on us. That's on us. Let me just say, the only answer to organized greed is organized labor. Am I right about that? And I want to thank Ms. Stokely for mentioning the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire. Thank you, ma'am, because it was 110 years ago, next week, the same week that we're taking this important vote in Bessemer, that dozens of immigrant women fell to their death as high as that building. As high as that building, they fell to their death because management locked them out. Because they were denied the opportunity to organize. Because they were forced laborers without union representation. And we can't let history repeat itself. Our fellow workers, our sisters and brothers, they're locked into a system in Amazon that prevents them from collective action. And collective bargaining is a fundamental right. So I say to Amazon and Whole Foods, if you want to be an American company, if you want to be a New York City company, well, you're in a union town and we demand collective bargaining. Am I right? So I stand in solidarity with you today. I stand in solidarity with the women from Bessemer, the black and brown women who are working hard, who are getting food on our tables, who are making it possible for this economy to move forward. They deserve their piece of the pie. They deserve collective bargaining. They deserve the right to organize. So thank you so much. We'll continue to fight. Thank you, TWU. Thank you to the Teamsters. Thank you to the laborers. This is what it's about. This is a community. And when we look at our small businesses, one half of them are not going to survive the pandemic. One half of our restaurants, one half of our shoe stores, one half of our bookstores, and our nail salons, and our shoe shops, they're not going to survive. But Amazon, let's remember, Amazon made record profits last year. So it is time, sisters and brothers, that we take back what is owed to the workers. A seat at the table, collective bargaining, the right to organize. Let's keep fighting. Thank you so much.